Welcome to the Living Centred podcast, a podcast all about learning together how to live lives which are centred on Jesus. Everyone lives centred on something. Our goal is to learn together how every area of our lives, everything about who we are and how we live, can be increasingly oriented around Jesus and transformed by Jesus. He invites us to a rich and satisfying life, where the good news that he truly is enough changes everything about how we relate to God, ourselves, and the world. In each episode, a different person shares about what it's looking like for them to seek to centre their life on Jesus right now. As we hear their stories, we get to learn together and to encourage one another in what it means for Jesus to be at the centre of our lives. This is a journey we are all invited to, and a conversation we all get to be a part of. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, my name's Adrian, and it is so good to welcome you to this week's episode of the Living Centred podcast. And it's my privilege to introduce today Ed, who's going to be sharing. Ed, it is really good to see you.
It's nice to see you as well. Nice to be here.
Great. Well, to get you straight in and to ease you in, really, I'm going to ask you the question I ask everyone every week, just to ease them in. It's this. Can you tell us a bit about yourself and what your life looks like at this point in time?
I'm obviously a university student.
Yeah.
I've only recently started going to Oasis. It's right now I'm doing exams, which is less stressful than I thought it would be, which is probably not a good thing to say.
No, I think that's a good thing.
I don't know. I guess it's been quite fun because I usually get together with a big group of people and then we just revise, even though it's like mainly sitting in silence and revising.
Yeah.
So it's quite fun. So I have been enjoying it recently. I go between home and university a lot as well.
Great. Yeah.
Which is quite nice.
Yeah. That's a great intro in. I think that's the reality of your life. And I love it. I'm just actually saying, yep. And in this moment, you're in exam season.
Yeah.
But I also think it's good to be saying, it's going all right. I feel okay about it. That's okay. That's a good thing.
Yeah. I guess it's the sort of thing like I can't really stress about it because, I'm in first year. So all I need to do is get something like 40%.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't be too hard. I guess next year, check back with him and I would like
Maybe we'll do another one next year, see how it is. Amazing. That's really good. I guess then, having eased you in then with that question, I guess the big question is the next one, which is, what does living centered on Jesus look like for you right now?
Because I have like almost two different lives now, at home and here.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot easier to live centered on Jesus here. Because I have a wide community of like Christians and obviously the CU, which I do, here as well. So I feel like every night, everything I'm praying, I'm reading the Bible, I'm doing all of that. It's a lot easier here than when I get home. I have a couple Christian friends, but the majority of my friends are Jewish.
Right. Okay.
So it's a lot harder, I guess, at home because also my family aren't Christian.
Okay.
Well, one of my grandparents is, but my family isn't. So it's a lot harder at home than it is here.
Okay, that's really interesting. Yeah. It's really helpful. And I'm going to be disciplined and not ask you loads of questions about that. But what strikes me immediately is like the living centered on Jesus. And I guess my summary of it is that it becomes easier at university because of the fact you have a community around you.
Yeah. I've got like one or two Christian friends, obviously, but like it's a lot harder at home than it is.
Yeah.
Because Christianity is the community, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's what the bit I enjoy the most about it.
Yeah.
Speaking to a lot of people, because you get to meet so many people. Yeah. As you go to church, doing Christian things.
Yeah.
But I guess it's harder. Because like it's living in two different worlds is what it is.
No, that's really helpful. I think that's helpful to see and just go, yep, the reality at the moment is it feels like there's two different worlds.
Yeah.
And there's this world where I'm at uni, and here it feels easier to stay centered on Jesus. And then my world at home, there's some different challenges.
Yeah.
I guess then my follow-up questions that be then where you found it easier. Obviously, you've talked about being able to follow Jesus with others and being in community, that being something that helps you. I wondered if there's other things that are helping you in respect to staying centered on Jesus.
The main thing that helps me even when I'm at home is I have a consistent routine at night.
Okay.
So I'll always read a passage. It's not sometimes it's not particularly long, but I make it a point to read like a passage from the Bible every night and then pray and then go to bed. The routine is probably the best part for it because like, I do pray as well in the day.
No, sure.
If but that's when stuff happens usually. But like if the day's been like gone fine, it's been like a little average day and I haven't really needed to pray, it's always good to just like, remember that I always have to pray at night after doing that or everything. So it's not quite nice, yeah.
That's really good because I think often when I talk to people, it's the start of the day thing.
Yeah, well, I'm
there. And so it's just really cool to hear you. I don't know, this is an end of day thing.
Yeah. I guess it's probably because I get up quite late. Because I usually get up and have like an hour to get ready and then I'm out and then, so I don't have the time. Although in Lent I did get up early and do that, but it was only for Lent. It wasn't really for
That's cool.
But yeah.
Your sacrifice for Lent was getting up earlier.
Well, for Lent I gave up social media, which was
fun. Really? Wow.
So I gave up like videos, not like messaging.
Yeah.
It made me read more. It was quite nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was quite good.
Yeah. Really good. I love that. I love the fact that you've just built this routine in. And what came out from as you were speaking is like, yeah, of course I'm going to do this. Like every night, I'm just going to get to this point. I'm going to read a bit of the Bible. I'm then going to think about it and pray about it.
Yeah.
And I think there's just something profound and simple at the same point. It's like, it was really profound to say, yep, I'm just going to keep doing this. Yeah. And it's a simple thing that's manageable, but it's having also a profound impact on who you are and how you're living. And I loved also you saying, and the praying at the end just means even within the day, if prayer hasn't been as present, it is going to be.
Yeah, it's like it has to happen for me sort of thing. Also, like in the day, I'm obviously praying for usually myself, which is obviously quite self-centered, but the night I make a point to also like pray for my family and my friends and stuff like that, which is also, it's kind of like a different prayer in a sense.
Yeah.
Because it's sort of praying for others more than it is praying for me at night. Because in the day, if I've needed something, I've prayed for myself already. So it's like,
That's really good. It's really good. I love it. I love it, the fact that you're like, oh yeah, but the prayer's going to be different at night. It's faced outwards. It's towards others. Yeah, there might be the things in the day that I'm praying for myself. Oh, it's really good.
I think it's like, obviously you're always thinking about yourself more than others.
Yeah.
When you're doing stuff and everything. But I like having the time to just think about what other people I know need to be prayed about.
Yes.
Nice. Sometimes you can think like, you can just think what they're going through, I guess.
Yeah.
No need. I like the routine I do.
It's really good. It's really good. And what I'm finding is, as you're talking more, it's like, oh, wow, this is quite a deep thing that you're considering. So even you saying, in me praying for people, I'm considering them.
Yeah.
Considering what they need, considering what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's big.
It's just like in my head, I'm going through the people in my life usually.
Yeah.
And there's obviously like a lot of people in my life that aren't Christian who I think I need to pray more for because they're not praying for themselves is the main thing in my head. But
that's really cool. It's really cool, Ed. I'm loving it. I guess then my kind of next question is like, what are you discovering then about who God is as Father, Son, and Spirit at the moment?
I think that He's always present because my life changes a lot, as I said, but He's always constant.
Yeah,
I can always go back to Him, even if I've done something wrong. I can always go back to Him. That's the main thing, because obviously I have so much change. So it's like more comforting. Moving away from people who I've been living with for like 18 years, it's like obviously it's quite hard.
Yeah, it's huge. It's massive. Yeah, it really is. Oh, it's really good. I love that. Of you just saying, within a year of a lot of change. Yeah. And as you said, like a place where you've grown up and you're suddenly not there anymore. And it's like, okay, what's this going to look like? What you found is that, within all of this change, there is one who is unchanging, one who's been constant, which is God. Yeah. And that what you've then found in discovering more and more, God, you are consistent and consistently present, is that just brings you comfort.
Yeah.
And I just love it. I think, wow, isn't that something to discover?
Yeah.
Really good.
It's kind of changed a bit. When I converted, which was about 16.
Mm.
Well, it was a bit of a long thing because I didn't go to church till I was 16.
Yeah.
So when I converted, I was more like the forgiving nature of it for other people. But I guess it's changed in just this year on how I view it more as a constant than a forgiving thing. I don't know. Obviously, you're still forgiving, but
sure, I can see that. Yeah.
I guess it's just changed. It's more relevant right now to me than it was. But yeah.
Well, I think that what you're discovering is this initial moment in of thinking, oh, wow, I thought this is what it meant in terms of the relationship with God. I thought this is what Jesus has done. You suddenly realize, oh, yeah, he has done and some.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's this life now and just being invited to discover more and more of. Because it's like
discovering more about him. Because obviously, I knew that he was constant because everyone says it, obviously. Yeah. But I guess I hadn't experienced it as this year.
That's amazing. I think what to discover, I think it's brilliant. I guess then it gets us to our last question, which I'm always amazed at how quick we get to this point. But last question, like, how are you changing? If we were to have met you 3, 6, 12 months ago, how would Ed then look different to Ed now?
That's what I just said. I thought
kind of that, I guess.
Then, but I guess I was quite nervous anyway coming to university, obviously, as you would be, but a lot has changed. But in the 12 months I've come to university, which is a bit bigger change. But
yeah, huge.
I guess there's more the community. I've been living alone as a Christian. It's not.
Yeah.
Because obviously I have a couple of Christian friends there, and there's a whole Christian community in Harpenden.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a kind of like a different type of Christian, I guess, because here it's like it seems more personal. I don't know if that's like so.
No,
I don't know, but
I think it's that difference, and it's like you realize that suddenly you're thrown into the setting where all of you are in the same moment of changing environments. You're also in each other's lives a lot more, and suddenly it's like, okay, what's the thing we've got in common?
Yeah,
and how are we then living out this together?
Yeah,
and I guess it is then the power of community that you're discovering.
It's a lot nicer. There's a lot of stuff going on as well. Because obviously I've got Sunday. Yeah. But then I also have like the study on Wednesdays and the meetings on Thursdays. Yeah. So I say 3 days out of my week I'm doing a lot with God, which is really good.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it is really good. Yeah. We find these rhythms then start to form us.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I think what I can see is just when you say, how am I changing? The whole year has just been about that.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. And you discovering, as you said, like the wonder and beauty of God is consistently present within it all.
Yeah.
The wonder and beauty of what you started off with is, oh, wow, I'm meant to follow Jesus with others.
Yeah.
And when I do, it just becomes easier.
Yeah. So much easier.
It's really good. As always, I get to this point and my heart's full because I just think, wow, it's amazing just hearing what God's doing in different individuals' life. And that's true for you, Ed, and just amazing. So thank you so much for sharing. I think out of what you've shared, the two things I want to reflect on actually is one, just the beauty of following Jesus together.
Yeah.
And just want to just remember just the people I get to do this with and just how good that is. I think the other thing I want to pick up on is your kind of routine of, in the end, the prayers for others.
Yeah.
Because I think I have a set prayer I do each evening.
Yeah.
But it tends to be kind of personal and maybe for my household.
Yeah.
But just think, that might be interesting just to hold prayers as well in that moment for others that I've been in connection with that day. I think I'm going to do that, which is going to do me good. How about you, my listening friends? What are you going to consider out of the wonder and beauty of everything that Ed has shared with us? Otherwise, I just want to thank you so much for listening, and I want to finish by praying for each and every one of us. I pray we would know more of the wonder of living centered on Jesus this coming week. Amen.
Amen.
Thanks for joining us on this week's episode of the Living Centered podcast. New episodes are released every Monday, and if you enjoyed this episode, please do like and subscribe on your chosen podcast provider to receive them direct each week. Living Centered is produced by the team at Oasis Church in Birmingham, UK, and you can find out more and get in touch with the team via theoasischurch.com.